Everyone, this is Pink Beauty Fox 06 here, aka Ashley. Welcome to my channel if you're new. If you want to see more stuff from me, subscribe, push that button down below to subscribe, and push that like button if you like what you see. So in this video today, it's following within my series on my 365-day vlog challenge, day number 3. So I'm just going to let you know that I'm probably filming my day 3 and day 4 with the say 4, sorry, I can't form, oh my goodness, I can't talk, in the same attire because it's late at night and I get off late from work, and so I thought, well, I didn't have time before, I'm just going to do it both now. So if you're wondering when you see day 3 and 4, that is why. So for day number 3, I am going to talk about how freaking cold it is in Idaho. What it's like to live in Idaho. So, you know, I don't know if any of you have ever been to Idaho, ever lived in Idaho. It's actually not, you know, a bad state or anything like that. I live more northern, so right now it's like really cold. Like it's colder than a snowman's rear, if you get my drift. So when I got out of work tonight, my windows were literally like frosted, not on the outside, on the inside. It was weird, like all surrounding it was like all frosted. It was crazy. It took me like 10 minutes just to kind of try to scrape everything off and try to, you know, be able to see out my window to get home. And of course there's like about 5 to 6 inches of snow, and then I see on my dash, I kid you not, it says -2 degrees. Oh boy, that is really flippin' cold. So I'm trying to talk to my husband on the phone as I'm scraping the inside of my car, and stuff is falling in, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. But it really did happen. And as I'm driving home, so I'm taking a left, and this car behind me is going right, and as I'm turning, I notice this car just barely drives, and it hits ice to where it spins like this. And so I didn't see him for a little bit, and so I thought, oh, I'm gonna go, you know, back around. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, they made it okay, because I would just feel really bad if I heard on the news or something, or from someone at work going, there was someone that got flipped over by the college, and I'll be like, I was there and I did nothing. That's awesome. But luckily they were okay and they made it home, knock on wood, safely. So basically Idaho has a lot of beautiful outdoors. Like if you're really into outdoors, this is a place for you. Like if you like to go camping and skiing and river, you know, water rafting and fishing and hunting and four-wheeling, I mean, this is a place for you. Unfortunately, I don't like to do any of this. And I'm like really a city girl at heart. Actually, in high school, 2 of my really good friends at the time had kidnapped me. They came to my house, they had their whole car packed, and they said, get your stuff, we're taking you camping. And I'm like, I don't want to go. And my parents are like, yeah, go have fun. I'm like, oh, this is going to kill me. And so they took me out to the woods, and like sometimes, like I rarely went camping with my family. We would have like air mattresses, so it was kind of nice, but no, they were roughing it. And I'm like trying to like pad the ground. I know you're gonna like go, oh my gosh, through most of this section of the story, because yeah, I'm, like I said, city girl at heart. And so I'm like flattening it, and everyone's like laughing at me, and it was so bumpy and uncomfortable with like rocks. And then dinner was awful because we were cooking hot dogs on a stick over the fire, and they were still kind of raw, so I didn't really eat much. And I think the s'mores were okay, but they didn't have a whole lot. They just kind of grabbed what was ever in their cabinet. And I guess when I had talked to them after high school, I vaguely remember what I wore 2 days ago, but they remembered. I guess I was wearing like a pink sweat outfit and I had my brand new white Skechers. And that part I remember about my shoes. They were brand new white Skechers. And they're wanting to jump through the mud and over the creek. And so I'm like, but I just got these and I don't want to get them dirty. So I'm like tiptoeing through the mud over the creek. I wish I was lying, but I'm not. And that's really what happened. And I hate bugs. And I was like, oh my gosh, bugs are everywhere. Ah. You know, they learned not to ever do that again. And I feel bad because like my family likes to go camping. My mom's like, but you liked it when you were little. And my response is, I didn't know any better. I went along with it. Because, you know, I went out to like, I guess, this little park area where my family lives, and they had like gotten a cabin when my sister came to visit, and all of a sudden they put the wood on the fire, or yeah, making a fire with the wood. See, tell you how often I camp, I can't even tell the terminology of it. And all of a sudden the smoke comes and I am like coughing so bad, my throat's clogging up, like my cheeks are inflaming, like my allergies were so bad. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm going home and sleeping in a nice, comfy bed. And so, you know, I took some Benadryl and luckily it like calmed down. I don't know if it was a type of wood, maybe, or who knows what it could have been. But, you know, needless to say, I don't do camping. I did go when I lived in Yosemite. Or not in Yosemite. Wow, see, it's late and I can't talk straight. When I lived in California, I went to Yosemite with one of my friends and her husband, and I'm not hiking. It was beautiful. I mean, if you ever have a chance to go, it's really beautiful during the summer. But we just, like, me and my husband, we just weren't really into the hiking trails because one, we didn't have the right kind of shoes, and two, so they were off hiking and stuff, and we just went around on the bus and rode it and rode it and rode it. So yeah, we're city people at heart. But back to Idaho. If you're wondering why Idaho, well, when I was in third grade, I was like 7.5 actually, my family and I moved from South Carolina to Idaho because my mom had family up here. And of course, needless to say, not after like maybe a year after we lived there, everyone left. That was family. So we were kind of like, okay. And I have moved back and forth. I've lived in California, and then I moved to Idaho, lived in California, and it seems to be a pattern. I don't know why, but it is. And, you know, things were just getting really expensive in California, and it was just hard to live there financially. And so my husband was like, please, let's move to Idaho. He's like a true Cali boy and fell in love with all the green. And it is crazy. When we came back, I was like, wow, there is so much green everywhere. There's a lot of green everywhere. And yes, there are potatoes, but I believe they're more down south. I actually had someone once, when I lived in California, ask me, I heard it was against the law if you don't grow your own potato farm. Yeah, no, it's, there's no law that I know of. If it was, like, we broke the law because we did not have a potato farm. Like, I don't even think I've really visually seen a potato. Like, when I've gone into, like, Five Guys, when I went into California, they had, like, Idaho potatoes. Like, in California, it was so funny every time. Idaho potatoes. I'd always laugh. I'm like, I can't ever get away from Idaho because there's the potatoes. And, you know, it is a lot cheaper, like, for housing and for food. Like, I kid you not, like, when I first moved back and I went to the grocery store with my mom, a gallon of milk was $1.80. $1.87, and I flipped out. I was like, oh my gosh, $1.87 for a gallon of milk? And like I said it so loud, I probably embarrassed my mom because people were looking at me like, what's up with that girl? But I mean, like, I lived in California where like sometimes the milk was like would go up to $4 or even $5 depending where you went, and so it was just crazy to me. I was like, what? And you know, some people were like, oh my gosh, it's $2.25. I'm like, I'm excited, it's $2.25. You know, even like for gas prices, it was just crazy, getting up to like $5 to $6, and then you come here where it's like 2 something, and I'm like, wow. I mean, like, for a while, I felt like we were, you know, kids going to Disneyland, like, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Oh, there's Mickey, hi. Like, we've gotten a little better. We've been here long enough. You know, even though I have lived here before, it was just kind of like when you've been gone, like, for 4 years. People are like, oh, that was only 4 years. Like, oh, that's not that long. And I'm like, yeah, but that's 4 years. Like, you got to readjust. You got to, like, get used to, you know, not worrying about being hassled when you get out of the store. And so, I mean, there are things I miss. I won't lie. Like, I miss the warmer weather sometimes. I miss having more to do. But overall, like, we're really happy where we're at. I think we'll probably stay here for quite a while. It's you know, even though he and I miss his family down in California, it's still, you know, nice that we still connect and talk, and they've come to visit us, and we'll hopefully go visit them. And it's nice too because my family is, you know, like a half hour from us, so it's really nice to be able to go see them more and spend time with them. So that is it for this video. If you have any comments about what you think or want to know about Idaho or just questions in general, just comment down below. Don't be shy. I love to talk to you. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.